Hey guys, back again with Tobe Hoopers or Tobe Hoopers. 2004 Toolbox Murders. As far as I'm concerned, this is a remake of the original one from 1973, 1978. So this film stars, let's start off with Angeli Bettis, Brent Rome, Marco Rodriguez, Rance Howard, Juliet Landau from Buffy and Angel, Adam Girish, Greg Travis, and Coffin Baby. So basically, what happens is Nell Burrows and Stephen Burrows, they move into this apartment complex. And basically it's not the best apartment, but it's in a good area where there's actors and you can get jobs, you know. Basically we try and get to in Hollywood. So they move in, and the first time they're there, basically there's all this noise. Bang, 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 and people screaming at each other. But before all that, what happens is there's this woman, you're following her around. She buys a couple of packets of cigarettes from what I saw, and she goes into her apartment. And then she gets attacked with a hammer by a guy in all black with a mask, with a balaclava or ski mask on, wherever you are. I'd call it balaclava, but I know in America they like calling it a ski mask. And she's dead. And then you go back to Nell and Stephen, and basically Nell starts getting really crazy about all the noises, thinking someone's getting killed or someone's getting abused, and she calls the police a couple of times for no reasons, basically, like the two guys are doing their lines. And then a neighbour, a beautiful neighbour, starts screaming, so she calls them, and basically what's happened is Coffin Baby and shot her with a nail gun. Now, the nail gun bullets go through her nightwear, basically, this woman who's in her flat, and then one hits her in the throat. I prefer the original one in 1978's Toolbox Murders, where the woman's running around. If I remember, she's naked, and then she gets hit with one of the nails. If I'm correct, I ain't seen it in years. And the police go in there, they don't see anything, but she's up on the ceiling, and she's still alive. So you get more of her going around, and basically Juliet Landau's in it, and she's basically all into fitness, and she joins a dating site. But what she doesn't realise is for Austin Starlin, the boy opposite her, he's somehow watching her webcam and watching her get changed and stuff. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Austin's a little pervert. Well, you know, I think at his age, I think he's supposed to be like 16, 17? At his age, I don't blame him. I'd probably do the same thing. Not for Juliet Landau, because she's a bit, you know, skinny, but a bit weird and all. But I'd do her. You know, I'd want to do her. I'm flabbergasting that. I would watch women if that was me, if I had the chance, you know. So, basically, his mother catches him and she tells him to turn it off. I'm guessing it's Austin. Anyway. Or is it Johnny Turnbull? Anyway, it doesn't matter who it is. It's the boy. And there's only one young boy in it. And so basically, his parents get him to turn it off. Well, Juliet Landau, she ends up dead. Gets one right in the nut. That means one in the back of the head. And dead. But before all that, you get to meet Ned. That's right, Ned. The handyman. Through the whole movie, he's very, very creepy. Walks around, goes, "Oh, I think you look beautiful in anything, Julia. Yeah, you're beautiful." And you're like, yeah, okay, he's not the killer. Too obvious. So basically, she gets killed off, and you're like, Then basically, Nell says, what's with all the people going missing? And the owner and that they don't seem that bothered. They're like, you know, probably gone away, blah blah blah, like most owners would. And so she goes and asks for the blueprints to this place. Only to find out there's a whole townhouse actually in the building, around the building, and in the building, like hidden. And you notice through the movie, there's all these symbols on the wall. And you think, oh, maybe it's just the decor. Well, it isn't. It symbolises the whole movie. And she ends up looking for the place. She goes in through it. And she ends up going through this little home thing. And all this is because she spoke to an old man called Chas, who said to her about how people keep dying in the apartment. He keeps saying that people keep dying in the apartment. And he basically says she's the one who can stop it. And you're like, really? Really? This skinny little woman is going to stop this big guy killing everybody. Okay. So she goes around looking and she gets in there. And the best part is, when he knows she's in there, she's on the stairwell. And he doesn't run up the stairs. It climbs up in the middle of the stairs. It's one of the most unique things I've ever seen. So basically, she's going around the stairs in this tight kind of circle thing, and he's climbing up through the middle of them. You know like when you have a staircase thing, and you go round, there's that gap in the middle, but you look up or you look down. It's climbing up it. And I'm like, this is awesome. I like this. Bad man. Yeah, radical, brother. So he's basically chasing her, and she's basically hiding. Then basically her husband, Stephen, comes home from nursing. Because I think it's a nurse. It's a nurse or a doctor. It's one of them. And he sees the boy, Austin. And basically, he witnesses that Julia actually got killed because it's on the boy's laptop. And he doesn't question it. He just goes, oh, she's dead. They killed her. And he runs to the blueprints to try and find where Nell is. So he decides to take everybody with him but still alive. Well, one by one, they get picked off. That's right. In some really interesting way. I love how the doorman gets acid thrown in his eye, like this acidy, powdery stuff, right in his face. That's awesome. So, they basically chase him, and people end up dead. And then it ends up Nell and Stephen going against him. Stephen gets knocked over. And Nell ends up on his shoulder, on Coffin Baby's shoulder. And then puts on a workbench and starts this saw going. Stephen stumbles in, hits him a few times over the head with a crowbar. The crowbar gets stuck. He knocks the bookcase thing over, you know. So basically, there's Coffin Baby, you know, and he helps her, and it shows her, which I didn't understand. Now, you've been through this traumatic experience, right? You're going to pack your clothes because you want to leave the place because it's been so bad, you know, so scary. So what do? You do it all on your own. You don't do the police there because the police ain't there yet. You do it on your own. Now, if that was me and somebody, let's say somebody came in right now and tried to stab me, alright? And I confronted them and basically I won, basically stabbing them and, you know, all that sort of stuff, right? I don't care how much of a hard nut I could be or am or whatever, or how hard I think I am. If that guy's dead on my floor, I'm still going to think he's coming back because the horror of what just happened. Do you see what I'm saying? You're not going to kill somebody in self-defense in your home and then think that person's automatically dead and they're not going back. Because the idea that it happened in the first place is going to affect your mind and make you believe it could happen again. So you're going to be paranoid. So you're not going to be on your own if you can help it, are you? But Nell is. So she's packing her clothes. She goes by the window. Boom. Coffin Baby comes through the window. Right? And he attacks her. Ah! And as he's about to hit her with with something, she goes like this, and she's got the patterns on her arms, like the symbols. And he goes, ugh, ugh, ugh. He's about to do it. The police come in, bang, bang, big shotgun, out the window he goes, hung by the lamp thing. All right. Now, that's not the end. The police look out the window, spoiler alert, and he's gone. All right. Do you know what that ending reminded me of? It reminded me of Halloween. Dr. Loomis shoots him. He goes over the balcony. Boom. He looks out. It's gone. That's what Crybaby's. That's not Crybaby. That's what Coffin Baby's disappearance remind me of. Different but similar. So there's a bit in it where Chaz Rucker, the old man, in a deleted scene is meant to be a ghost, but in this he's alive because Coffin Baby kills him. So sorry about yawning. Just get tired. Sorry about that. And he tells her that basically Coffin Baby, when he was born, he was fighting over his mum's dead womb, basically, and that he was fighting to survive, basically, and that's why he's disfigured. But he doesn't say that's why he's disfigured, but I'm guessing that's why he's disfigured. That's right, because Coffin Baby's disfigured. That's very original for Tobe Hooper, isn't it? Let's have a look. Funhouse. A whiny, kind of disfigured character. Oh, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, a whiny, kind of disfigured character. Alright. I've noticed a trend with Tobe Hooper. Most of his protagonists, evil ones, like killers, they're all very echinopoet. They're all like even bloody Coffin Baby was doing it. And they've all got that creepy look in them like that. There's this bit where Coffin Baby goes, there's the police coming. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I like this film. I like this film a lot. It's a lot better than the one I watched earlier, Blood Descendants. And there's some real good tension in it and suspense and a mystery. You want to know where this person is, why he's there. Sadly, in a lot of cases, you don't really find out those answers. It's kind of left. But the thing is, there was meant to be a sequel, but the film flopped. So that's a shame, because I would have liked to have seen a sequel to see if they fleshed out the character more. If it had been a Clive Barker film, it would have ended up being all humane, and you would have had to feel sorry for him, like how you had to feel sorry for Pinhead and Candyman. So that would have been interesting. But anyway, I like the character of Coffin Baby, and I thought all the actors and actresses were right on key. To be honest with you, for a 2004 movie, it reminded me a lot of like a 90s movie. Like you've just come out of the 80s, you've gone into the dark 90s. It kind of reminded me of that. And I like that because it had the atmosphere, I liked that it was in the apartments. And I liked that technically you never left the apartments. But the thing is, it never really felt that way. It felt like it just kept moving along. You didn't feel like you were in one place too long. I like that. I did like all the characters. I did like the acting. I thought the acting was great. I thought the atmosphere was great. I thought the suspense, and I enjoyed the whole experience in the film. I do like Tobe Hooper's films. Funhouse was a lot of fun. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a lot of fun. But I've noticed his main horror characters are very similar from what I've seen of the ones I've seen so far. They seem very, very similar, very weak and very dangerous. Like, but then they'll kill people like boom, easily. So, I think another thing I think it is that they've got mental difficulties from like birth or something. Because you look at Leatherface, he's got some severe mental health issues. You look at the albino alien looking one in Funhouse, I can't remember his name. He obviously has severe mental health issues. Just look at him. Just look at how he acts. And then this guy, Coffin Baby, he must have some as well. You know, there's nothing against that, but I think he kind of likes it for they're mentally disturbed and they're mentally ill. Maybe you're supposed to sympathise with them in some way. I don't know. But the film was very cool. I enjoyed it. I have to admit, from what I remember the original one, I enjoyed this one more. I enjoyed the original one, the remake more. Now, the thing is, the remake is completely different in the fact that in the original one, it goes from the apartments to his house and it stays there. In this, it stays in the apartments, and that's the way I wanted it in the original one when I saw it years ago. So I do like this film a lot. I do feel like there's a lot of unanswered questions. Now, are the symbols on the wall there to prevent Coffin Baby from getting out? Because if that's the case, that would make sense because he had fears of them. But why did he fear them? You know, why was he killing people? How old was he? Because Chaz says that since the beginning of the building being made, there's been murders there. So was this character a constant living creature? We'll never know. But the main thing is that it's a good movie. It's a fun slasher mystery. I enjoyed it. I think you guys would enjoy it. I'm going to give it a 4. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 because I highly enjoyed it. I thought the characters were great. I enjoyed the death scenes. I enjoyed Coffin Baby. And I just thought it was an overall really good film. So yeah, check out Toolbox Murders from Tobe Hooper. I think this is the third Tobe Hooper movie I've reviewed now. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Let me know what you thought of the movie. I enjoyed it. I hope you two do as well. Take care. Bye. Take care, guys. Bye.